Hello and welcome back to the D2L Crash Course. We're going to be taking a look at a course today, just a basic overview and also looking at the home page. So I'm going to head on into a course just by going through my courses or through select a course up at the top. You can also access a course that way as well. And once in the course, we'll notice a few things have changed. So first, our nav bar, our gray bar up at the top here, has new options on it, new links on it, and so we have the course home, the content, which we're going to take a look at, discussions, Dropbox, quizzes, grades, class list, tools, and there's a little edit course icon here and also D2L intro videos. The page itself is populated with widgets, and depending on the template you've chosen, your page may look a little bit different. If you'd like to change your template, you can always go down to the bottom of the page and select a new page template, or you can create your own. Also up at the top you'll see the name of your course. And in each one of the widgets, some of the more popular ones, of course, are the news widget, which is an announcement widget that will post any announcements that you would like to schedule and post. And you could see that they just kind of populate one on top of the other. They are nicely separated by a little line here. And if you've already looked at them, you can just dismiss them. Students can do this as well. They could click on the little X at the top right-hand corner. Also on the right hand side you will see a variety of different widgets. Let's take a look here. The first one, and a great one for instructors, is this role switch. So you're able to come to your homepage at any time and change your role to that of a student so that you could see how students are also seeing the course. The copyright statement will be on every homepage, and we'll see that there's also a calendar widget on this particular homepage template that will list all of the calendar items, and you could see that we could always drop down in this widget and flip to one of the more bolded numbers here that will show us kind of what the events are going on for that day. And so students will be able to do this too. They will be able to utilize their calendar, and the calendar, once it's inside of a course, is only for that course. So note that when they're looking at the calendar on the D2L homepage, that's different, populates all of their calendars. You can also set up tasks for yourself. You and also students can place bookmarks here so that they can easily jump to content. And also, if you wanted to jump to a particular week, say you're coming back midweek, you want to jump to a discussion forum, you could use this content browser to do that as well. There's also a help area for students, instructors that is on this particular template. And finally, there's a picture library where you can load in a picture of yourself so that it's right on your homepage. So it's your course homepage, and like I said, you can change your homepage template. You can create your own for your own course if you'd like to. So let's head on over to content. We're going to be taking a look at content more in depth in another tutorial, but just to kind of give you a basic overview of this area, there are three areas in this content space. So your overview box up at the top, your table of contents, and then this area here. And this will fill with the content items as you kind of click on different modules on the left-hand side. And also, in order to get to these individual items, you can click on the items themselves. We're going to be taking a look at this more in depth again when we view the content tutorial. Another area is discussions. So the one thing different about Desire to Learn from some other learning management systems is that it has a separate discussion space, Dropbox space, and quizzes space. So if students want to get to just a discussion, they could go to this discussion space and then look for the discussions that are here. They can also go to Dropbox and do the same thing, quizzes and do the same thing. Now as an instructor, you can choose to create everything in the discussion area, in the Dropbox area, but then you have to add it to the content area. You can also start by adding it to the content area, and it will populate here in the discussions or the Dropbox spaces. And in order to get to more settings, though, for each of those items, you would have to come to the discussions or the Dropbox. So again, we're going to be taking a look at discussions and Dropboxes and quizzes more in depth in those tutorials. There's also the grades area. The grades area is where you can set up your gradebook and where students can also come to check their grades. Again, another tutorial will be delivered for grades specifically. Your class list. And we'll see that we have one student on here, but your class list will be automatically populated at the beginning of the semester, and even before the class starts, you can start to email your students. Say, just a nice little welcome, here's the syllabus, here's the textbooks you have to buy. And you will be able to come to the class list area and see them populated here. Now, unlike what we were previously able to do in Angel, it's a good time to note that you can never add or subtract students in Desire to Learn, such as if you had a student who who has dropped, but they haven't been taken out of your Desire to Learn class yet, because the student will automatically be added back at some point that night or the next day through the link with banner. But you can add instructors and staff, such as if you would like a guest instructor to come in and discuss in a discussion forum. You could definitely do that. That is not controlled, the instructor staff area, and that permission is not controlled by Banner in that regard. Heading on over to Tools, My Tools, you have some of the similar options that you had on the home page. Calendar, but it's just for this course. Email, but it's just for this course. So you'll notice when we click on email that our only options will be in the address book, those individuals in this course. Also, in your edit course area, this is a magical space that you could choose to organize by category or by name, however you'd like to take a look at this space. And here's where you can get to some alternative options here for your course that aren't necessarily that apparent through links on the nav bar. So for example, we have our rubrics, where you can set up rubrics for your course. You can also use surveys. So surveys isn't an option on that nav bar, but you can indeed set up a survey if you'd like to and put that in your content area. You can do the same thing with the live chat. That's pretty neat, and you can have a chat for your students and just put that link directly into the content area. So there'll be more tutorials delivered on these as we start to work more with Desire to Learn. Coming back to the course homepage, that's just a basic overview of what courses are like in Desire to Learn.